How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video. Some of the challenges that I've been kind of facing with this self-love practice and the self-love challenge. So the first thing, I talked about it in my last video, is obsessive thought loops. So this is something that I've noticed over and over and over again so far, and it's been a big challenge because my mind just loves to go down these negative thought loops, right? It's not really, it's not kind of geared towards going down positive thought loops, but it likes to go down negative thought loops. And when you go down a negative thought loop, you tend to not feel very good. So this whole challenge is not just about focusing, it's not just like it's more so about just feeling good in your body, right? That's what it's really about. It's like, I feel love for myself within my body, just feeling good in your body, right? And so all these negative thought loops keep coming up, and I always thought that, I'm a smart guy, whatever. And what I realized is that so many of my thought loops and so many of my thoughts throughout the day are not unique thoughts. I'm remembering old stuff and bringing it back up. So I'll be like going about my day and I'll remember something that happened years ago, and then I'll start thinking about that. Or I'll remember something that happened last week and start thinking about that and obsessing over that. And so it's been a big challenge to stop that, and not because it's a bad thing, it's just because I want to choose better thoughts for myself. I don't beat myself up for thinking negative thoughts ever, because that's just naturally how the mind works, right? Like, it's just what it does. So stopping those negative obsessive thought patterns has been definitely one of the biggest challenges so far. Maybe that's something that you can relate to if you've kind of been following along and trying it out. Something else that I've kind of noticed is, like, when I'm going about my day at work, is that I kind of forget about the practice altogether. So I kind of forget about it. So I want to think of a way that I can remind myself throughout the day that I want to focus that day on loving myself. Because I do my practice in the morning, and that's great. It's perfect, right? I love it. But if I'm at work or I'm just kind of out doing things, I kind of forget about it. I just kind of, maybe I'll start talking to people, or maybe I'll just kind of be doing my own work, doing my own thing, and then I just totally forget about it. And then it might be like an hour or two later that I'm just like, oh crap, I'm supposed to be loving myself right now. Again, I don't beat myself up over it ever, but it's just like, I just kind of notice, I'm just kind of aware of that. So it's thinking maybe even just wearing just like a bracelet, just a bracelet or something. Like, like those Lance Armstrong, like Livestrong kind of like plastic bracelets. So I was thinking maybe something like that would kind of be cool. And it would just act as a reminder, right? So if you're just kind of going about things or whatever, and then you notice it on your wrist, and you're like, boom, I want to focus on the mental loop. I want to focus on feeling good, feeling those emotive words, peace and love and joy or whatever, right? Feeling that stuff. So those are probably the two main challenges that I've really kind of noticed so far, is stopping obsessive thought loops, as well as just kind of remembering throughout the day that I'm doing this. Because the mind loves to go down just all these different paths. That's what I really noticed. Since I've been so aware of my thoughts, I'm trying not to drive myself insane by being aware of them. But I'm just noticing that it's kind of just kind of goes wherever it wants to go. It goes down all these different paths and different loops. It's very interesting. I'm very amazed by kind of like how the mind works now. It's very, very interesting to me. Very interesting. So those are the two main challenges that I've noticed. What have you noticed if you've been kind of following along and doing the practice yourself? Leave them in the description box below, because I think it's really cool just to kind of bring up, what the challenges are. It's not going to be like, it's not going to just be rainbows and it's going to be like the easiest thing to do in the world. Like, you're literally like changing your mind here, changing how you think from how it normally wants to think. Feeling good and having really good thoughts about yourself, and just having good thoughts in general, right? Thoughts that make you feel good. And if you've been living your life like myself, that, I definitely had some good positive thoughts, but I tend to just go down just negative thought loops over and over and over again. And changing yourself from going from how it used to be to where you want to be, and that's like feeling love for yourself and just feeling good all the time. You know, it takes a lot of time. Like I've explained, it's kind of like that big ship that just kind of like turns 1 degree at a time. It takes a long time for that big tanker ship to turn all the way around. And it's going to be the same like with changing how you think as well. It's not, I don't think it's just going to be like real easy, right? Like it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some work. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take consistency, because I believe that's how we can really change our mind. It's through that consistent, repetitive effort day in and day out. But the thing is, the benefit is great because you feel good when you focus on it, right? When you focus on the practice, you feel good. You can just feel good whenever you want. You can just, which is, I think, amazing, right? So so what are your challenges? Leave them definitely in the box below, and we can have a chat about it. I'd love to hear what's going on in your life right now with this self-love practice. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Much love to you. Peace out.